Today's the 23rd. We've been working on this just about 3 weeks now. So, and we're getting ready to put the last couple pieces of metal up. We ordered our metal from a place up in Tucson, and we take 3 sheets at a time. We found that 3 sheets is about what we can handle. We'll take 3 sheets. I built this little cradle right here with 16-foot boards. We slide the sheets up on the board, trim the sheets, pre-drill the holes, get everything lined up, and then Teresa drives the tractor around and raises it up, and then we just slide the sheets up onto the roof. After 3 months off of work, I'm finally back at work. We are in Sayre, Oklahoma at the Flying J truck stop, and this is our load. I call these tar machines. Picked them up out of Phoenix. We got 2 in the back going up to Milwaukee, and this one right here is going to Ohio, near Cleveland. I got my satellite dish mounted up in the back, mounted up there. Let's see, what else did I do with the truck? I was at home. Trailer's doing good. I need to get it washed. Today's plan is we're gonna stop in Oklahoma City, get some fuel, and then make our way up to Cuba, Missouri. There's a truck stop up there with a Blue Beacon truck wash. That's be our goal. It'll be about 550 miles. Alright, we made it to Oklahoma City. As you can see, the weather got pretty bad. I'll admit, I did not look at the weather report, and I was not expecting this. But we're gonna go to this TA truck stop over here. This TA is a little tricky getting in and out of, but they got cheap fuel. Mercer price is like $1.70 a gallon, I think. So we're gonna go over here and get some fuel. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the weather and see where this is going. This it's been like this probably for the last 20 miles or so. Oh man, they ain't no. I bet you they ain't got no power here. The lights out. How much fuel I got? Yeah, all the lights are on over here. I think all the power's out. So,
I appreciate the comeback.
Let's do this. Let's go over here to this TA, sit it out for a little bit, because honestly, I am not in the mood to drive this stuff. So let's see. But it looks like the power's out. The lights power. Those traffic lights are out. And I don't see many lights on around here. I got a little over a quarter tank of fuel. And we're getting ready to go on the toll road. So I needed to get some cash. I have some other options if this place isn't open. Now they got power over there. There's no lights on over here. Pull up to the pump and see what it looks like. There's a lot of water here. That's a lot of water. Yeah, I did not pay attention to the weather. And I probably should have. I wasn't expecting all of this. Let's see. What we might do is just eat lunch. Eat lunch and then check it out. Yeah, there's no lights on in the store. And pumps are off. So let's park, we'll eat lunch. And then figure it out from there. We'll go here. Figure it out from there. So, I don't know if I'm going to get the truck washed or not. All this rain. I did wash all the dirt and the bugs off though. So we came from that way, over there. You can see it's clearing up. Alright, hang on. The buzzer still works. Make some lunch, have some lunch. Yeah, I think people call it the COVID-20, but I gained a little bit of weight while I was at home, so I got to do a little better job of watching what I eat. All right, we'll park here, that way I can see when the lights come on. All right, that's it. We'll talk to you in a bit. We got some fuel over here at this Flying J off of I-35. I don't like coming to this Flying J because it's a mess trying to get in and out of here, especially trying to get back onto the toll road. But we got fuel, we got cash. So we got about 200 miles up to Joplin from right here. And then, these Flying J's, they built these Flying J's with one way in and one way out. And if you get somebody that parks in the driveway, like this guy right here, doesn't give you much room to get in and out. So we got about 200 miles up to Joplin. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. It's 1:30. I wanted to go a little bit further, but we'll see. I got an ABS light on my tractor. And I'm wondering if there's all that deep water that I drove through. So sometimes if it's just wet, drive it, it'll clear itself up. We'll see. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, we made it over here to the Petro in Joplin, Missouri. And I still got, if it'll show up, ABS light. So this truck's smart, it'll tell you which one's wrong. So DA right wheel speed sensor. So what that means is drive axle, right wheel, speed sensor. So we'll crawl out there and take a look and see. I was hoping it would just be wet, but we've gone about 200 miles since we left Oklahoma City. There's a Peterbilt dealer up over the interstate over there, so that was why I stopped. Instead of me crawling up under there and showing you, let me raise the hood up and I'll show you what the speed sensor looks like. Hang on. Okay, we got the hood up. It's probably a little easier to show you. So this piece right there, if it shows up, that's the speed sensor right there, and it goes in there, and there's a little cog on inside the wheel, and it's a little magnet. That little speed sensor is a magnet, and there's a little wheel that got cogs on it, and it reads it as it spins around. Sometimes it'll get water or dirt up in there and it doesn't read it, or all that water we drove through, it could be got water, it could have shorted out or something. So what I'm going to do for right now, so it said right side, so that would be over here, and it doesn't say which axle, it just says right side. Let's see here. We can look. I got my sunglasses on, it's hard to see, but anyway, I'll crawl under there. Sometimes those sometimes that little thing will get loose or something. If you tap on it, sometimes that'll fix it. But what it does is it detects the speed. That's what I call it, speed sensor. Detects the wheel spinning, and that's how it operates the anti-lock brakes. If it stops spinning, it releases the brake on there. Now, the brakes still work fine and everything, even though that little light's on. But we'll see if we can get it fixed. So I'm gonna crawl up under there, see what I can find. Okay, little update. We're still over here in Joplin at the Petro. Hey, if this guy drives by fast enough, you guys can see this cow hauler. It's a good looking truck. There you go. All right, so I called the shop, which is right across the street there, and went over there and asked them for an estimate. They said they'd have to look it up. In the meantime, I went over to Peterbilt, or not over, but I called Peterbilt. The part itself's like $57, and it requires removing the wheels, the brake drum, and the brake shoes in order to get that sensor in and out. And I knew that. So I was curious what the shop, what kind of estimate they would. So they quoted me an estimate around $200, including the part. So I didn't think that was too bad. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Like I said, it's a pretty simple process. So hopefully they could do it. So it's going to be a couple hours before they get me into the shop, get it done. Next week, starting Sunday, is supposed to be like a blitz, a DOT blitz. So I'm trying to keep everything straight. I could drive down the road, but if I got a little bit of time right now to get it done, so I'll go ahead and get it done. So anyway, all right. So that we're gonna call it quits for today because I don't know what's gonna happen. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for tomorrow. So this is the first video back at work. So hopefully stay at work for a while and I can keep this truck together. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Welcome back.